Arizona Deer Association. Back in 2021, on June 4th, we lost 180,757 acres in a wildfire called the Telegraph Fire. That fire started in June, wasn't contained until July the 3rd, fully contained at least. It was the largest wildfire in the United States in the 2021 fire season until it was suppressed by the bootleg fire up in Oregon on July 13th. So, what does that have to do with the ADA? We maintain a symbiotic relationship with the Arizona Department of Game and Fish. Try to maintain it with the landowners, i.e. ranchers and farmers, allowing access for sportsmen on their allotments, their ranches, and in the property and land that they use and govern that contains wildlife and our hunting and fishing opportunities. So the Arizona Deer Association is working with the Government Springs Ranch down in the Dripping Springs area. That's Game Management Unit 24A, which is south of Globe, kind of south and west of Superior, Kearney, and north of Hayden, Arizona. So what has happened? The Arizona Deer Association, we assembled a team of volunteers. Jim Lawrence is our project head for the ADA, and I filled in for him yesterday with my grandson Mason. Two of our board directors from the board, Randy Stalkup and Steve Sutherland, joined us with their friend Scott, and Marcia and Al Sue joined us with their friend Lisa and Marv. Basically, what we did was, folks, there's no roads involved. We did hiking up these ridges, and this is kind of a real hilly. Basically, there's not a flat spot in that place, so it's all hills and dales. And we went along the burned 1.25 inch HDPE black pipeline that feed their drinkers, troughs, and supply water to the livestock. They run quite a few head of cattle in there and some horses as well. But it also feeds all God's little creatures. It's called wildlife, and which we support. So the Government Springs Ranch basically during the Telegraph Fire lost 70% of the ranch infrastructure and their water distribution system, which affected over 32,000 acres. So on this phase of the project, we removed the burnt poly, we call it poly pipe, and we cut it, drug it to the nearest road where we could access it with the UTVs, bundle it up, and drag it down to the main dirt road where the ranchers could dispose of it. The Forest Service part of the agreement that the rancher had in order to put down new pipeline. This was surface laid. He had to remove all the damaged pipeline. We probably have one more phase in there to remove pipe in the area that we were working in, which was east of the ranch, about I'm gonna say three-quarters of a mile to the north, and then to the west that you can't access because what's happened since the fire, which presented scorched earth conditions in that area that really whacked 32,000 acres. To the west, when the rains came, it flooded, and it just recently rained terribly over there. And the water's a good thing, but it's washed out the roads. It made some of the washes impassable. They've had a 140G motor grader in there blading the 15-mile dirt road, improved dirt road into the ranching community down there. So they need to get bulldozers. I don't think they can access it with a motor grader. It's just there's let's just say a river ran through it, and they've got to clean it up in order to access the 4.1 miles of additional infrastructure pipe that needs to be pulled and replaced on the west side of the ranch and the grazing allotment. So if you have any interest in joining the ADA on habitat projects, we do a lot of different things. The next one that we have coming up is in north central Arizona, just north of Phoenix, a few miles, called Ash Springs. That's coming up the end of the month. We're putting up pipe fence to keep the livestock out of the water for wildlife. The wildlife can get in, but the cows and the horses in wild burros that aren't in that area that take advantage of our they're everywhere. But anyway, that's what we're doing. We have a really good lunch right in the middle of the day. Feed all the volunteers. Usually there's hats, shirts, all kinds of fun stuff involved, and it's a great day out taking in nature and doing stuff for wildlife. So check them out, azdeer.org. Check out what we're doing. Think about joining the organization, and we support all of Arizona's deer population, whitetail and mule deer, as long with all the other little creatures that take advantage of our water treatment. So that's it for me. I'm Don McDowell, azdeer.org.